Hi and welcome to Thunderhill Raceway. I have hair on my face. Hey and welcome to Thunderhill Raceway. I just finished first day here out of 3 days, and today what we're going to talk about is the GoPro Hero 9. And this right now is being shot on the GoPro Hero 8, so I'm going to put both of them on a bike and then give you a lap that is hopefully relatively similar sky and so on, to compare what is the difference for motorcyclists, especially on the racetrack. There are all sorts of other in-depth quality comparisons and so on. Please look them up here on YouTube. But I will really focus on just a couple of laps on the racetrack, run it on one camera against the other one, and then later when I'm back home, just cut it together so you can have a direct head-to-head comparison of what the differences are, how it deals with the lean angle, how the quality is. Stabilization is probably even better, and we're gonna have a look at that. All right, let's get this camera onto the bike, GoPro Hero 8 first, and let's do a lap around beautiful Thunderhill. That was already a lap, and now to a lap with the GoPro Hero 9 on board. Let's see how that goes. And the first attempt, you can see the GoPro Hero 9 is a little bit bigger. The weight was actually too hefty. It tilted over for my little setup, so I changed the setup. Second attempt, let's give this a try. Okay, that was a little bit better. So let's now jump to my home and cut the two videos together so you can really see them head to head and have a comparison. And welcome to my home. So editing the video right now, and I had a good look at the footage of the two GoPros, the Hero 8 and the Hero 9 Black. And here's a quick comparison. On this side you can see the Hero 9. We are in the same turn. This is, if you know Thunderhill, after the Cyclone, long right turn. And that's the biggest thing that I really noticed in tight turns where you have a lot of lean angle, where you see the biggest difference in camera performance. Here on a Hero 9, you can see that you have a good view on the exit. You look pretty much straight. And we are right now here at 49-degree lean angle. You can see where the bike is going, and you have a very clear view of what's going on. If we go over here, this is the sun in the way. This is the part of this is the footage of the Hero 8, and you can see with the stabilization in that one, it has a problem in these tight turns. The camera gets confused and tilts to the left of the cockpit of the bike, so we can see all this kind of stuff, but we don't see the apex and where we're really going. So in tight turns, the new horizontal leveling, how GoPro calls it, to keep the horizon level, as it says. You can see here the horizon is this kind of line, and you can see it's almost level at the GoPro 9. It can keep it with the standard lens level to up to 45-degree lean angles. Of course, on the track you go over that, and then you see the twist. So overall, let me turn this on. So overall, the Hero 9 with the horizontal leveling does a really good job of keeping the footage level up to like these 45-degree angles. If you go rapidly and very quick tight turns over it, it's still a little bit jerky. Right when you go to 45-degree angle and go over, there's like a little bit of jumping in how GoPro does it. So it's not perfect yet. Engineers from GoPro hopefully can still improve that in software a little bit, or we'll see some improvements with the Hero 10 in the future. That will be really good to see. Also, if you are at a really high lean angle, bumps of the bike are a little bit emphasized. Once it's more level, the stabilization is very, very solid, but at high lean angles, you can definitely notice some issues that the software still has in stabilizing bumps when you really lean the bike over. So small things, but overall, what you see and where the stabilization is pointing on with the horizontal leveling, GoPro 9 definitely is a couple of steps ahead of the GoPro 8. So awesome step forward there. Then a couple of other things that I touched on the Racetrack already. This one is a little bit heavier and bigger than the old GoPro. So that will mean there's a couple of less spots where you can mount the camera. Right? If it's a very tight spot, or if you have it on some sort of construction hanging that is not carrying the weight. If you do sports like motorcycle racing with high G-forces, the hook needs to be a little bit stronger, so keep that in mind when you mount it. But one of the reasons the GoPro 9 has increased weight and size is this. Much larger battery. Let me just compare that. This is a Hero 8 battery, this is a Hero 9 battery. So much, much, much bigger. And this is actually awesome. I did an entire track day and I didn't run out of battery. Before, I always had in the afternoon to change batteries. So really happy that GoPro made the battery bigger there. Also for sports and cold environments like snowboarding, they said it's gonna work much better with the bigger battery. Also nice is now you just have to close this and it snaps in. So you can do this with one hand. Previous GoPro had a little latch that you push in. Little detail, nice little improvement, which I like if you only have one hand free. And of course you have this cool little front display. This is useful, right, if you want to do any vlogging where you look into the camera and you see what you're actually framing. On the bike, not super useful because you usually have time to set it up. But if it's maybe in a weird angle, you can check that your footage will turn out right before you record it, and then if it was the wrong angle, you don't have to do it all over again. Another really big change for motorcycling is the removable lens is back. The Hero 8 had an integrated lens, and it was a big problem because if you mount the camera anywhere in direct harm's way, race motorcycles, sticky, slick tires kick up a lot of little rocks. and they tend to crack the lens super easily. So now these are replaceable again, and you can, if they get rock chip, super easy get a replacement lens, and you have no problems and don't have to send it into GoPro. So really nice touch there to go back to that. Speaking of removable lenses, as I mentioned, there is a limit right now with the 45-degree lean angle horizontal leveling. However, GoPro has a lens mod where you can put actually a different lens on this, which makes more of a wider fisheye look, yeah, even wider than a standard GoPro, which would have then such a wide view on the sensor. So the sensor enables you to do 360-degree movements and completely stabilize it. If you watch MotoGP, it would look exactly like the footage that you get on those bikes, where only the bike moves and the camera stays completely steady. So if you have applications where you really need a wide view, for example, if you put it on the back of your bike to get footage of your own body position, then you could get the even wider lens, and it will be 360-degree in this kind of rotation stabilized, and you will have the widest view on any GoPro yet. However, it will be limited to 2.7K resolution, so a little bit lower resolution than the normal 4K most people film in. And speaking of that, the Hero 9 now has 5K filming, so you get a little bit more quality out of the footage. When I was reviewing the footage of the GoPro 8 and 9, they look pretty similar. I think just like the GoPro 9 is again a little bit sharper, especially when you film in 5K and then downsample it in your editing software to 4K, you get a little bit more quality. And the color science of how everything looks like out of the box is yet again a little bit improved, so that your footage without any grading looks really great out of the camera. As long as you have the GoPro color profile activated, you will have really good looking footage that doesn't need any adjustments in most kind of lighting situations, especially when you're outside on a racetrack. So yeah, quick recap. Horizontal leveling is awesome. It's not perfect yet because at really high lean angles it hits its limitations on a racetrack, but it really makes the footage much better than before. The bigger battery gets you through an entire racetrack day, at least it does for me. So that is a really nice improvement. It's a little bit heavier though, a little bit bigger, so keep that in mind in case you had tight or interesting spots where you were mounting it. Replaceable lens now is back. If you want to replace it, fix it, easy, and you can get aftermarket ones to actually change the look or have full 360 rotating now on the camera. Better colors. So overall, I think this is a really good increment that GoPro did there. One thing I want to call out for a racetrack, both the Hero 8 and 9, they still have some problems with the GPS software. A lot of times GPS coordinates just jump around and make the GPS data not useful. So if anyone from GoPro is watching that, hey guys, please fix your GPS meta information. It would be really great if we can export that data cleanly into racing apps like seriousracing.com to get our sector times and so on right out of the camera, because this camera is really capable, just it's not working very properly right now since a version I think that came out later in 2019 when it really started getting wonky with the GPS data. Yeah, so in recap, really awesome new camera, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions around settings, comparison between the different cameras. I'm happy to answer them. Always great to chat and connect with anyone here on YouTube. And now back to the racetrack. Oh, and not to forget, if you like this content, if it's helpful to you at all, it would be very helpful for me if you give it a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for considering, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.